So there's been a few times where I've been a significant distance below the ground in a cave and so on tours or for geologic expeditions and stuff like that. And one of the ongoing gimmicks that you kind of experience there is you have the moment where you turn off every flashlight that everyone has, and you experience what is essentially pure darkness. Like a kind of darkness that's actually kind of impossible to experience usually. There's a lot of light sources in life. Our cities, our applications, our devices, but also just the sky, the stars, and so on. If you're out in the middle of the night with no light sources, and you just have stars, you can eventually adapt. You can wait, and your eyes will adjust, and it won't be great, but you'll have something to latch onto, something to orient yourself. There's like the sense of like you turn your head and you can tell you're turning your head visually, because even if you can't quite make out what your eyes are picking up, you can tell that whatever you are picking up is moving as you move, the way that everything else always moves when you move. What's weird about being completely underground and in the dark is that there is no light of any kind, and there is no vague, almost thing to pick up with your eyes that lets you acknowledge your own movement. When you move, it feels like the idea of playing a video game with the monitor off. Like there's just nothing. It's actually absurd how much you're used to being able to see when you move around, even a little bit, and how that affects how you perceive your own movement and so on. And one of the weird quirks is actually you can take your hand and wave it in front of your face, and you will project the image of your hand, basically, because you can't see it. There's no light. But you will think you can see it just a little bit, because you know your hand's there, because that's how our body works. You can feel your hand is right there. So its shape kind of just imprints itself on your mind just to try to make sense, because it doesn't make sense that you can't see it. It's right there. It's a really strange feeling. So, and I've always wondered, like, why who's gonna make a game out of that someday? That strange isolation feeling of being underground. This is that and not that at the same time. Welcome to Scanner Sombre. This is a game where we are underground somewhere, I believe with zero light sources, and we see via what I think it's like an infrared sensor or something. I haven't looked too far into it because I don't like spoiling myself on much of anything really. But I think we might be using something along the lines of like an infrared sensor or something like that that's shooting like lasers everywhere to give us some idea of what the environment's shaped like. And that's it. Because without that, we can't see anything. And so I think that's what we're looking at right here. It's by Introversion Software, which I always remember as one of those early indie developers that put out stuff like Darwinia, which you can kind of make out because their little logo there is a little Darwinia person. That was a long time ago. All right. Let's get started and see how this goes. Oh. I can see here. Just to taunt me with that, huh? And look at that. Oh, right-click zooms. You know, everyone has eyes that zoom, right? I assume that's my family. My slightly creepy doll family. 3 bottles of water, some duct tape, just a handful of, like, some basic supplies you might take out in a place like this. And then just darkness. With one goal. So we fire it with left mouse. Oh, that's a trip. It's single directional scanning. Like there's a rock over here and I can't walk into it. I have to... Whoa. Now that's something I did not know about this game. Okay. So the scanning itself is permanent, apparently. That's interesting. So the scan itself is permanent, but we have to do it sort of manually here. This is cool. Oh, this is really cool. Looks like the scanning all changes color as we get closer to it. And if you really focus on it, you can get a higher detail model as we go. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is a little bit of unfinished swan in a way that I did not actually anticipate at all. Cool. Does any of it wear off eventually? Looks like it's all still sticking around. The closer you are, or the longer you hold it, the more of a complete scan you get of the area. Well, this is cool. I can zoom way in. Wow. Doesn't exactly feel like the same thing as being in the dark now, does it? It's amusing that you seem to be able to scan... I think you can spray it all over the spot that actually has a light source on it. Yep, which is weird. Where's this light coming from, I wonder? I'm not sure if I buy into the idea, but I think they just wanted to make you feel the reality of the situation by I don't think light can realistically project onto one spot and only one spot like that, and not have an obvious source and so on. But I think they wanted to just make you feel what it's like to go into pure darkness on your way to your goal, so that you just are acknowledging that that's what's actually surrounding you, no matter how much you cover it with dots. And if they ever have an Outlast moment where they take it away from us, then we have to deal with the fact that if we ever lose this thing the way that you always lose the camera in Outlast games, then we're gonna have to deal with the fact that it's just dark everywhere. Well, this is something different to spend my evening with. You can just kind of figure out the depth of everything. They help you out a little bit with depth by having a color scheme. So stuff that's closer to you is different color than stuff that's far away. There's also a density thing. You can see all those more densely packed areas I scanned a lot are brighter. That helps you pick them out against the stuff around them. So I'm apparently in water right now. Does the ground seem closer to me at that point? It kind of does. I wonder. Oh, some of the specks... Oh yeah, some of the specks float. Look at that. All those floating specks are indicating the depth of the water that I'm probably going through right now. Or at least that's my interpretation of the data. That's ultimately what it is. Oh, this is going to be a weird one. Alright, let's see it. Nobody had been as deep as this for thousands of years. I was utterly alone. No call for help would ever reach the surface. My friends all told me I was crazy. My wife couldn't understand the obsession. I love that you can see the cave behind us off in the distance, because all of the dots I place are permanent, but I had to know if the myths were true. That's neat how the entire area I've scanned before is all permanently out there somewhere. If I can find a dark spot between the walls to look at, I can even look back at it. So we're here in pursuit of some kind of myth. I'm hearing sounds. Can't tell if they're just water or not. There's an entrance up here. I'm just gonna... I instinctively want to go up, because I'm underground. So I'm like, let's go in the vaguely upward direction. This is tense, because I don't know if there's anything... I don't know if bad things can happen in this game or not. So like, I'm just already tense about the idea. Hello? Definitely functions as like a sort of a mood piece, at least. Oh. Was that a point of no return drop? Because it sure felt like it. I might be stuck here now. Are these stairs? No, I don't think so. Oh, I can jump. So no, it's not a point of no return drop then. You have a jump. These seem a lot like stairs? What is that? Oh. They're like pre-scanning this place for me. Can I pick these up? That's a sight. They auto scan the whole area for me. There's a ladder up there. Or there's a bridge up there. Aperture control. Use mouse wheel or QE to change aperture. Whoa. You can really laser focus this now. Or just get a scatter shot that just sort of reveals every direction at once. Let's see, the resolution was astonishing. Never before had such a powerful geological scanner been available. Geology! I wonder if we'll find any columnar jointing in this game. You can just paint these things now. Make it... Oh, those are stairs. Those are definitely straight up stairs. Yeah. Also, you can they really stand out if you scan them like this. If you scan them like this, they become like invisible because of how scanned they are. Because of the, basically, why is there a shadow, I wonder? But it basically has the... if you scan them fully like this, it starts to become like the Unfinished Swan problem where you can't see them. But then you see them from a different angle and they really stand out all of a sudden. You see each step individually. Seems like this would be most useful all the time, though. A little distracting to cover the entire screen with lasers, but kind of fills in everything so you can kind of see where you're going. Or maybe just the original setup is nice. Hope everyone's in the mood for rainbows today. It's the Rainbow Bridge. It's our road to Asgard. I almost said Valhalla, and that's the wrong thing to call that. Pillars? That's not... Okay, that's a... I painted a copy of him on the wall. That's funny. See how much I can overdo that real quick. Fill some of this room in, just in general. Well, that's creepy. I love that I've created a shadow of him there. For some reason I just want to finish painting the pillars. There's a striking visual right there. Holy crap. That's a trip. What is your deal? Are you a statue? Whoa. Game seemed to glitch for a second there. I want to assume it's a statue, because it's terrifying if it's not. This place shaped like there's connecting archways for some of them. Little bit it's a performance problem. I wonder how taxing this particle system is if you overdo it and start spraying everywhere. So all the pillars are attached by little archways. This one's not. This one's different. This one has a hole in it? Oh, they all do. They all look like that. There's just collapsed. The archways are just collapsed, and that's probably it. The Darwinia people certainly have an aesthetic. Okay, you're curious. It's interesting having control over changing the aperture here and there. Because I constantly have different demands. I want to... Oh! I have where I want to reveal the entire room, and then moments where I just want to very specifically focus on something for a second. Like these guys. It appears to be some kind of shrine, but it also appears to have been collapsed. I can't really access this whole direction anymore. I am going to crash the game if I hang out anymore. I should probably start moving on. I think I'm overscanning this place, and it's going to break the game. That's funny. It's like the game is like, cannot handle this many dots. What's wrong with you? Why are you so thorough? What do you mean it took you 5 hours to leave the lobby and pray? What's wrong with you? Dead end? This may be a dead end. Oh, this seems to go somewhere. So now we've seen our first humanoid shape, whatever that means. Question is it gonna move or something? Should I worry about that? Oh yeah, that fills the whole area out really fast when you use that. It doesn't give you a complete picture of your surroundings. It doesn't give you a high-def picture of anything, but it definitely gives you a nice, complete scan. The general sense of everything. Oop. Slipped. It would be so dangerous to explore a cave like this. Not being able to see anything around you. What are these red spots? Oh, they're more floaters. That seems to just kind of happen. I wonder if that's the game glitching out on accident, or if it's like an intentional margin for error for the tool. Because an important thing when using scientific instruments is to know what the margin for error is, or variability and so on, so you can record that with the data. As somebody whose job it was to actually look through scientific data and literally do QA on it and decide whether or not it was viable data or not, or if something was wrong about how it was taken or calibrated and so on, you straight up list the chance of it being wrong as part of the basic data. That's just how it works. Is this a really big cave? They're telling me about Zoom. Found that one immediately. I want a nice, complete picture of this bridge before I start stepping on it. Something really pleasant about that rainbow gradient. Just trying to fill this place in if I can. Let's try to fill in each bridge. This game is inspired by the spray paint. Ah! I'm dead now. Well, that was tragic. And I was having a silly thought at the moment, too. This game's essentially inspired by, like, the spray paint tool from, Am I in the same spot? Yep. The spray paint tool from, what's it called? Oh, they took all my stuff away. The spray paint tool from, what's it called? Paint? Yeah. Well, that was a mistake. Let's go a little faster. I'll spare you guys a little bit of time since I did that just now. There's a hole in this bridge, so I need to drop down. Oh, that's not an encouraging sound at all. That side's broken too. Jump. We're good. Everything's fine. Oh, that bridge is pretty screwed too. Gotta be thorough about your scans. We got our first death. I get the feeling this might be a game where a lot of people beat it without dying once, so there's my mark of shame right there. I'm gonna take out my rage on this one specific growth. You're so shiny now! Like a lightsaber from the heavens, or something. Can I climb it? Maybe. The answer is a firm maybe. Am I supposed to go up there or not? Let's see. Find a nice thing to stand on top of. Okay, less valid than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, I don't know, that all seems kinda like it's just a dead end. Ah, side path. Here it is. Here it is. I'm on to you. Oh! Oh! Okay. You can't make that jump. Alright, don't trust the jump in this game. It's not very big. Very dangerous. That's just where I started. Oh, but this is the other side of the broken bridge we saw from back there. Okay. Careful. Oh! No. Okay. Through that. Apparently there is a bit of a horror element to this. Haha. You mean the game about being isolated underground in the dark might have a spooky dooky part? They never did iron out all the glitches. Oh, he thinks that's a glitch. He thinks it's a glitch of the device he's using. Sometimes you'd see sensor echoes from days earlier, calibrations turned to ghosts. So he's like, oh, that statue reappeared. Spooky. That's all he thinks happened. But even so, I could never explain everything I saw. This is terrifying. I would never do this for real. Because you literally can't see. You're judging a dot matrix thing. And just hoping nothing that you see that's humanoid shaped is alive. Damn it, now that happened I'm on edge. Thanks for that. I'm spending less time scanning now because I just want to go away from that general spot, basically. Hello. Are you a new power of some kind? Well, I'm not getting you from over there. Ooh. How much do I trust this? I mean, I'm not gonna get across from over here. So I guess let's try to shimmy. Oh boy. Oh. Oh my god. I am floating right now, aren't I? How am I... Can I crouch? I don't think I can crouch. That's unnerving. Why was that happening? I don't like that. The game hasn't told me how to crouch, right? Oh, if you click metal mouse, it just stays on. Okay, stop doing that. It's gonna jump scare me, isn't it? You son of a bitch. Come and get me. I think I can do that. Ooh, risky. Not trusting you right now, game. Trust is gone. So this is back in the chasm again. A trippy way of seeing your surroundings. Oh. I'm like walking inside the wall right now, aren't I? How the heck is this happening? What if it turned out that all these walls don't exist until you find them, and the moment, and like if you didn't click on them, they wouldn't. If you didn't shine stuff on them, they wouldn't exist, and you could just walk straight through them or something. That'd be a trip. Hi, what are you? Burst scan. Well, that's cool. Whoa. That's super trippy looking. Look how complete it is. Let's burst scan this whole volley. Oh, it's got a cooldown to it. I said volley instead of valley. There we go. It's really freaky how it makes a visible plus sign in the direction you were facing. There's one, and there's one. It's like a proper grid scan. Oh, that's a trip. It got so bright in here. That's cool. That's a good alternate option for the wide scan. And you can do it pretty often too. Oh! Concern. The blind spots are entertaining, where it's like amazing coverage, useless. And you see how little's revealed as you do this, as you see all the backsides of everything that's just completely untouched. And how much blind side there is for everything we accomplish here.